The dome.
That is Al-Aqsa
That's the Al-Aqsa.
Mosque.
And the Dome of the Rock is like behind it,
Behind
right?
it, yeah, to the north, yeah.
This is the temple.
Temple
Now,
Mount.
all of this is Temple Mount. This is where the temple was. Now, all of this, all of what you call the old city today, you know, you see all of the old city, that wasn't there. It didn't exist. The city was down. Okay? All of this kind of triangle that you see here. Okay? Like an area.
Yeah, it's like all the way down that valley, and then climbing up in the parallel valley all the way back to where the walls are now. It was like a long tunnel.
Those are the two valleys you were talking about, like one was called Geben Hinnom, right?
Yeah.
But you said like Gehenom, which is
Which leads over there, and this is Kidron. This is Nachal Kidron, the valley down there, which was deeper then.
right.
And the water springs down under that red roof is the spring of the Gichon, and it used to be outside the walls of the city. So one of the projects they spoke about was like to build this underground tunnel that will like take all the water into the city. So there's like a few hundred meters of tunnel going under the city into a little pool down below.
The important thing that I always find here to remember is that when the temple was built, that was the highest place in the entire city. The entire city was below it, and from everywhere in the city you would look up to the temple. Okay? The old city of today, you have to go down, right, to get to the temple. You remember you went down these steps to go to the Wailing Wall, which is really weird. Why do you need to go down to go to a temple? The temple should be the experience of going up.
Yeah.
And that's how it was. The city was below, the temple was the highest point. The king was in between the temple and his people. So when people wanted to bring a sacrifice, they would start all the way at the bottom. There's a ritual bath all the way down. It's a huge, huge pool. They would, you know, immerse themselves there and come with their sacrifice up all the way to these steps and all the way to the temple. The entrance would be here somewhere. So if you look over there, this is actually really cool. I hope you can. If you come here, you see those three arches in the wall over there?
Yes.
They're called Sharei Hulda, and that was the entrance to the temple.
Yeah, that was the second temple. There were stairs leading to it, and like the level of the floor of the outside is low, and from the inside it's much higher. So there's like a tunnel going up to the level of the street of the Temple Mount, which is like very high.
There's three, right? There's three arches. I don't know what the middle one is for anymore, but one is to go in and one is to go out.
Mount of Olives.
Yeah, that's Mount of Olives. So, and all of this is the story. So this is the village of Silwan, which is an Arab village. When I was young, this was a very good tourist area. Then at some point they started throwing rocks, people stopped coming, and for about 20 years the place was completely abandoned. Until the City of David Foundation came and they rebuilt the place. And now the people of Silwan have kind of their mixed feelings about it, because on the one hand, obviously it's good for their economy because, you know, they're making money out of it when there's people coming here. On the other hand, they feel that it is, you know, it's sort of encroaching upon their territory. But you also need to remember that there used to be an Arab village here, and over there used to be a Yemenite village, a Yemenite Jewish village. And I say that personally, I really feel like we should, you know, when these people are here, we should enable them to live, but if we can live together. That's my take on the story.
Absolutely.
Right? It looks like stairs. But it's not stairs. You see it? Out here.
Yeah.
It's much too steep and it's not really prettily made. And we know from the time of the temple, we know that people used to know how to build because we've seen what Herod did. So it wasn't clear what it was, and there is a huge discussion about what period it is from. Whether it is from the Jebusites, who were here before David, whether it's from David's period or maybe later. But most people think it's either Jebusite or David's period. And the thing is, what is it for? Like such a large structure. So people didn't know for the longest time. And one day an archaeologist came here and she was digging down here and she found the head, the decorative head of a pillar. And this pillar sort of made her realize, she had seen these pillars before somewhere else. She said, this is like a royal pillar. And then she looked at the whole structure and she said, oh my God, this structure supports an area. It's a support. Okay, it's a support to build something really big on top of it. Okay. On top of it, that's this area here, right? That's we stood on that. That's those
Right.
wooden things. So she started digging under that. Okay, actually then the wood wasn't there yet. So she started digging there and digging there. And first she found Byzantine remains. Then she found Second Temple, First Temple remains. Then she found a huge flat area that she could date to the beginning of the First Temple period. And what she thinks is that this is King David's palace. We found it. That's where it is. So this place for me is so, I get choked up because this is really where it all began, And where it all connects. Everybody was here. Everybody dug here also. Every single people sent archaeologists here to dig. This is the most dug out area in the world with the most excavations per square meters.